let's talk about Perth. Yeah, Perth. The birth of Perth was in 1829, and it was named after Perth in Scotland, which apparently has been around since the Stone Age. But we don't care about that Perth. That Perth isn't the most isolated capital city in the world. To be fair, neither is our Perth, not technically. It depends how you measure it, but really it's not the most isolated capital city in the world. It might be second. Perth is on Noongar land, and the Noongar people knew the area around Perth as Boorloo, which is a much better name than Perth. Scottish names. Modern day Perth is made rich by digging up that land and ripping out all the gold and iron and valuable minerals and stuff. And it makes so many people rich that Perth is the home to the most self-made millionaires in the world. That's what they claim. I'm not sure if that's a statement on Perth or the rest of the world. If it's a lie, it's definitely a statement on Perth. Let me tell you a quick story about Perth. Perth is called the City of Lights for a very particular reason. When the first American to orbit the Earth did so, Perth turned on all their lights. And the man who was orbiting the Earth, Glenn, his first name wasn't Glenn, his last name is Glenn. His name is John Glenn. Even though Glenn is a perfectly suitable first name. Americans, man, why do they do that? Anyway, Glenn saw Perth because it was full of lights, and thus the city of Perth became the City of Lights. Moving on to sport. Perth has a new stadium. That exists. I think Taylor Swift is playing there. Some cricketers play there too. A lot of people play there. It's a stadium. Perth has some beaches because it's on the edge of Australia. That's how beaches work. Fun fact. There's also, on those beaches, a little bit away from those beaches, some sharks sometimes. Not as many as you think, but probably a little bit more than what the locals say. Moving back inland, and Perth has this big rock called Mount Augustus, and they reckon it's the biggest rock ever, this huge monolith. But the thing is, the people who do rocks for a living don't really agree, or at least they have no evidence to suggest that it is the biggest rock ever. So I'm thinking that this City of Lights deal might not be all that it's cracked up to be. The people of Perth are lovely, but they get sick a lot, particularly in the summer. So they have this doctor called Fremantle who comes in every summer afternoon. He's pretty cool. What else is there? Well, there's this big park in Perth. It has lots of memorials and flowers. Which came first, you reckon? Opportunistic botanists or mourners who couldn't find cheap flowers? Anyway, that's the city of Perth. Lovely place. You should go there. Spend money on them. I don't care. I'm completely ambivalent. So there we go. That's Perth. Interesting place. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it as well. If you want to suggest the city I do next time, comment below. Suggest a city. In Australia, that's a capital city. I mean, your options are pretty limited, but whatever. In the meantime, have a good week, and I'll see you next week with a new video.